Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Dota fans of all ages, it is time for the Reddit Dota 2 League Season 2 Grand Finals between my hard carry Can't Be This Cute and Dumb Luck. I'm Zeron for Terrible Terrible Damage. With me, Ferris. Get that excitement up. Get it.
Man, your opening always cracks me up. It really does. What do you think we're going to be seeing from these teams today?
Okay, the key thing I was looking into, we haven't seen these teams play since the 6.79 patch, so that's one big thing to keep in mind. The cuties, which I'm going with, I've been playing with it with my hard carry Can't Be This Cute, because that's too many syllables, had already been playing Lich offlane in 6.78 throughout the playoffs. So that was the big hero, and first ban in Game 1, we'll see if it makes it through Game 2, but not going to have to worry about that, and that's going to... I really want to see for the cuties where they go, because they've been willing to experiment.
They have first pick, right? The cuties do? I'm reading this right. They're going to get Crystal Maiden.
No, Dumb Luck has it.
Oh. Why are those arrows opposite?
Good point. I don't know, but, you know, the Dyer's got last ban. That means Radiant's got first pick. So Batrider's still got first ban. That's another hero that Chikobo, captaining on the cuties, has gone with. Nerf pretty hard in 6.79, but still showing up. And then the Chen ban.
They're going to get
also
Crystal
a
Maiden here.
Steha.
I can almost guarantee you they'll pick up Crystal Maiden. Chikobo's a huge fan of that hero, and with just how strong it is in 6.79. I mean... the hero has always just been all about roaming and ganking. In the first 10 minutes, you have to get some kind of advantage with a CM, or it's just a worthless pick. And that's all this 6.79 is about, is just fighting in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, still you have some hard carries, you know, that try to farm up, but it's primarily on carries that can take an early game advantage and just go with it. They don't have to farm the entire game. And that's where CM comes into play. They can force an early game advantage, really. Elder Titan and then Lifestealer. So no Crystal Maiden, but look for it later. But they pick up Elder Titan. Oh man, Elder Titan.
Yeah, still very strong. He makes it through. Lifestealer, you know, falling off a little bit, still strong. Nerf, again, just slightly, a couple more seconds on the Rage cooldown, up to 19 seconds now for that. Dumb Luck, they've got one support in all likelihood with the Naga Siren. Look for the next one. As we were talking about the Crystal Maiden, I was both excited and disappointed that she's gained popularity, because I was the one pushing her already before she rose to prominence. I saw the potential after she got the mana buff. Going into reserve time now for Dumb Luck. The big hero that was looking out for Dumb Luck was Chen, who also got banned out. So both sides doing their homework. Because Steha, the captain for Dumb Luck, that's his most played hero in pubs, at least according to Dota Buff, and has been preferable to it to this point. Windrunner going to be the next one. Don't really know where the Windrunner's going at this point.
Oh no, I mean she can ran any number of roles, offlane, mid. She can even be a carry if you want to farm her. She's not like particularly great at it, but I mean she could go anywhere. What I think is interesting is they already have something that can go through BKB. They already have the Naga net for the Lifestealer. So do they look to pick up anything else? Do you think they'll pick up like a Bane or, you know, like a Beastmaster? I haven't seen Beastmaster in forever, but, you know, something else to go through Lifestealer's race. Do you think they'll go for that?
Hard to say at this point. I'm not sure how the general popular opinion is on what counts as a Lifestealer counter pick, and even if you need to focus on it before. We had a long period where, you know, Lifestealer pick, Bane pick. That was it. So we'll see if they stick to that. Really can't say for sure at this point, but they could stack them up. You know, grab a Bane, grab a Razor.
I mean, it's never bad to have something that goes through magic immunity anyway, just because BKB is such a popular item.
Darkseer's still in the pool to this point, and talking about these heroes like a Bane, a single target kind of hero. So they've got a lot of single target abilities. So if we look in towards Teamfight, where we've already got Elder Titan's ult, Lifestealer not so much, but if they throw in a Darkseer, get some wombo going on, the single target abilities may come back to bite them if they go that route.
They really need to find something for the Lifestealer to infest inside of. Because right now you have the Elder Titan, and they just picked up the Bane. You know, maybe they weren't looking to run Bane, but they can't let the other team have Bane particularly either. Because, you know, once Enfable is on Lifestealer, if that goes off before he rages, then he just does no damage anyway.
Bane also very good. Weaver's been a popular pick as a carry against Lifestealer, and Bane works wonders against Weaver, so I think it works on multiple levels. And then Rubik here.
I mean, they really haven't given away anything with the 3 heroes they've picked. They've got Naga Siren, Windrunner, and Rubik, and those heroes can be ran in numerous positions and roles. But most likely with those 3 heroes, I'm going to think that this Windrunner is going to be off lane now, because not really that popular in just a support position. It could be mid. You never know.
Yeah, just very flexible across the board. If we're going at the most standard possible, we'd be seeing a Windrunner off lane with Rubik and Naga Siren as 4 and 5 supports. But we could have Rubik mid with Naga Siren Windrunner supports, could have Windrunner mid, Rubik Naga supports, could have Windrunner off lane Rubik, and Naga Siren carrying with Rubik as support. So yeah, a ton of options. Death Prophet, huge buffs in 6.79. Haven't been seeing her get picked up all this much, but this is very strong.
Oh, I'm such a huge fan of Death Prophet. I mean, that 10 damage buff on her spirits, you might think, oh, that's nothing. If you haven't played Death Prophet or done anything with her, you have to try it out. It is a huge amount of damage, and with Elder Titan there, with his aura, that's just going to be an insane amount of damage. Like, it's the single target from Death Prophet is huge. They can push with it and anything, but then Luna. And Luna also got those buffs in 6.79. The glaive bouncing back and forth just between 2 targets. Like if she runs up on 2 heroes that are near each other, it's a huge amount of damage. Those glaives bouncing back and forth will just kill someone.
I've been having a hard time determining how much of an effect that's having. Luna just sort of fell out without really getting nerfed, and has just come back with the buff. I'm not sure if it's one of those... I think it actually might be one of those nominal things that doesn't affect it a huge amount, but it's really hard to judge, because normally when you're talking about, you know, a 1v2 situation with Luna, that's more early on, and that's when she's low health and can be bursted down. Later on, she's just a monster against anyone.
What really helps is, like in a team fight, you're not going to guarantee your glaives are going to bounce to all 5 of the enemy heroes. So once they start spreading out and trying to disperse the damage, it actually hurts the 2 heroes, or just 3 heroes that get left behind, because the glaives end up bouncing to them more. And something that's ignored is her vision at night. A lot of heroes got their vision nerfed at nighttime, and with night coming at 4-minute intervals now, she's actually a lot more useful, even early on, because she can see the gates coming from much further away than most heroes.
Oh yeah, that's become a big one, because that laundry list of heroes lost that ability. So that means for whoever has it left, which is a pretty small list, including Luna, who is, along with Slark, I believe, are the only 2 with, along with Night Stalker and Slark, to have 1800 night vision. There are a couple more with above 800, but I don't think it's 1800.
There's not many with 1800 anymore. I mean, God, there was a list, like Enchantress lost it, Meepo lost it, Marana might have lost it.
Yep, she lost her night vision as well, which is kind of silly for the Priestess of the Moon, but oh well. So waiting on one more support pick out of the cuties, and then we're looking at, on Dumb Luck, it's still not 100% clear, but most likely... Well, it has to be either a mid or an off lane. Windrunner could be mid or off lane. I think that's kind of a toss-up. Depends on who they want to throw up against Death Prophet.
Well, they could put the Rubik mid. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, they could. I think that's pretty unlikely, just based on Windrunner getting run as a force support is pretty unusual. Be pretty greedy with the Naga as well. And then Alchemist. Alchemist support. They've been... I forgot about this. The cuties have been running Alchemist support quite a lot. That is all on Twisted Mumbler. He's the one on the Alch support. So don't get confused. That is a support Alchemist.
I haven't actually watched them do this yet, but I know Alchemist can be ran as a support. I mean, he just gets gold, pretty much. Eventually, he will have gold. He will have support items. He'll get the mech, He'll get... What? What else could he get this team? Pipe, maybe. there'll be 4 staffs abound. There'll just be all kinds of items for Alchemist, because even if he's not ran as a carry, eventually he's going to be able to acid spray, the neutrals that aren't being farmed or other lanes that aren't being farmed, and get his own farm.
Yeah, the focus goes on Grievel's Greed just because you see those huge games where it's, 1,000 GPN, my god. But Unstable Concoction is so incredibly powerful.
It is.
Especially once you hit it, like even at level 1, it does up to 150 physical damage.
And you have to keep in mind, there's not really that much that protects you from physical damage early on either.
Yeah, and this is a pretty squishy team out of dumb luck, to be honest. Luna, Windrunner, and Rubik's, 3 of the lowest effective HPs at level 1. Windrunner, I think, is I think she's like right near Medusa for bottom of the list. Because she does not have a whole lot of strength, does not have a whole lot of armor, just kick off the game.
They're gonna have a ton of armor reduction on the cuties. I'm gonna adopt that too. They're the cuties. Just because of Elder Titan plus Acid Spray. They don't really need anything else. I wouldn't be surprised to see someone pick up maybe a Medallion or a Desolator just to get even more minus armor. The other team decides to do that and they get Shadow Fiend. Okay.
Yeah, going the same route. They've got a couple minus armors of their own. The Aura out of Shadow Fiend and Riptide out of Naga Siren as they pick up their players. And we're getting ready to get in the game. If anybody's going to pick up a Deso, it would be the Life Stealer. We'll see how... I see that more of a snowball Life Stealer item. We'll see if he gets off to a great start. So that answers our question. Windrunner's off lane.
Do you think they'll do dual lanes on cuties? They don't really have the greatest tri-lane, and then tri-lanes kind of fell off anyway. But I really don't see how they're going to... I don't know, I haven't watched Mumbler play support Alchemist before, so you'll have to forgive me. It'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, this should be an Elder Titan off lane, random account 9321, that's their off laner as well. Just further corroborating that story inside the game, ready to go. First up, introducing my hard carry can't be this cute as a gift goes out. First out of the gate, we've got Ragbinder playing the Life Stealer. And then we have Twisted Mumbler, as mentioned, will be playing the Sport Alchemist, headed out towards top along with him. And then there'll be Malak playing the Bane, should be the third in that tri-lane. Chikabo will be captaining and taking up mid, holding the Salve and a Null Talisman. Then bottom, solo off lane, random account 9321, playing the Elder Titan.
Did you run through Dumb Luck?
No, I haven't.
Okay, for the Dumb Luck, let's see here. We're going to have Naga Siren. They haven't really moved towards their lane, so I'm just going to run through their heroes. But for the most part, I think I know where they're going to go. We'll have, actually, Shadow Fiend will be played by Death. He's most likely going to be running mid. We'll have Confector as Rubik. Blind Wrath, our stand-in for Dumb Luck. One of their players didn't wake up, something like that. But he'll be playing the Luna. For our off-lane Windrunner is Anti-Sim? Anti-Sim. And then Naga on Dumb Luck will be played by Steha? Is that how you pronounce that?
That's what I'm going with.
Steha.
Haven't heard it said by him directly, so can only speculate.
Bunch of European names. God.
Interesting, Blind Wrath has been playing as a stand-in throughout the entirety of the RD2L playoffs. So we saw him actually standing in for my hard carry can't be this cute in the semifinals. Switching up, taking on the other role in the finals here. Dumb Luck down 1. We look to be ready to go. I'm curious, how do you think the mid's going to roll out between Death Prophet and Shadow Fiend? That is not a matchup we see very often.
Well, you have to look at... Oh, wait. No. I thought the Shadow Fiend was going to go bottom for a second, but Death Prophet actually has a really good attack range. It's 600 with her attack animation. It's not that bad. You have to look. Shadow Fiend has 41 base damage right now. You can deny, as long as Chocobo is on top of denying, on top of getting his last hits, then the Shadow Fiend's really going to suffer for it. He didn't really start with like a Wraith Band. Like, if you're going to be against a mid that starts with a Null Talisman or something like that, depending on whatever their attribute is, you really have to have the base damage from it. So it's going to be a challenge for Death to get those last hits for his Necromastery.
Oh, hey, I actually hadn't noticed the new icon for a shared tango.
Yeah, it's a little tiny tangle, just a single one. Who has one?
That's Chocobo that pulled one
Aw.
tango there in mid.
It's so cute, look at it. It's just a singular tango.
Yeah, got the ball rush running on that Shadow Fiend. I think that's going to be the key here. Don't expect a whole lot for kills. So I guess up top. Again, Windrunner very squishy at level 1. Got to be careful. No wards, not going to be blocking out the camps. So we have sentries down bottom out of the cuties. So they'll have a block of their own.
I don't really know that this Bane can do anything with this Invisor in middle, but he's going to move over here, and oh, he got Enfeeble. He's just going to Enfeeble the Shadow Fiend and just make his life hell.
I'm not quite sure why he's hanging out Invis. Why not just cast it on him and run away?
I don't know. He can't really do anything since he already got it.
Yeah,
He needs to just go ahead and put it on there, and...
it's hanging around. Aha! Oh,
he didn't even cast it.
Didn't cast it. Oh.
Oh, gosh.
Alas. Okay, so far, Shadow Fiend has one last hit.
There we go. He's not getting any more.
Yeah, that is really rough, and a really smart play. I'm not sure if it was planned ahead of time before the invis, but with it, that is just brutal. Down to 15 damage. Tries to raise.
He hits him, but I mean, it's 75.
Nope, he didn't get either. He's still sitting on one last hit. Nope.
Oh, no. He hit Chocobo. That's what I was talking about. That's all he managed to accomplish.
Oh, no, I was looking at just the last hits there. Down bottom, we've got the Elder Titan getting quite aggressive up, trying to deter that pull. I guess push back, a little harassed.
Just going back to this,
not the most kill potential.
Neither team really has like a strong laning phase per se. Like, there's not a lot of kill potential, at least until we start getting to like 7 or 8 minutes when people have more levels. That's really what we have to wait on.
Yeah, another rotation here out of the Bane. But not going to accomplish anything other than throw down another Enfeeble, which is quite nice once again. The Shadow Fiend down.
But Shadow Fiend does already have like the... Oh no, I guess he does need 6 more souls for max souls for that rank 1 Necromastery. He's hurting.
He does have his bottle now though, so that's going to help out. Level 2 in raise. Can find a few souls here and there. And it's going to be a pull battle, so you have to keep an eye mostly on mid. Poke up once in a while, but you know, the off lane here. And Antism. Playing it very safe. I'm not sure I've seen him pass the river.
No, he has definitely just been sitting way back. He knows that, you know, the Unstable Concoction is a long stun, and it hurts.
Yeah, and long range, as we have a smoke. Gonna try and make something happen in toward mid. Got Acid Spray and Concoction.
Luckily, though, the Naga Siren's already sitting back here, but just revealed herself. I'm not sure that they knew she was here until she walked down that ramp.
Now that she's revealed herself, we'll see if she actually backs off. So far, not yet. Sometimes you just poke in, oh, they saw me, and then leave. But she's hanging around for now. Here comes Malak, gets the Nightmare off, charging up the stun, walks into tower range, though, and doesn't get off the Concoction. No, he gets behind the tower. They're not going to get killed there on death. Throws out the Crypt Swarm, clears out some illusions, but not a whole lot accomplished beyond that. Actually taking quite a bit of right-click damage, and nobody goes down at all that.
What a game.
Well, that has to be a little win there for Dumb Luck. 2 supports rotating in out of the cuties, only 1 from Dumb Luck, and I think they got the better damage exchange out of that as well. We see very low on Malok. Twisted Mumbler and even Chikobo took quite a bit of damage.
Of course, he already healed back up. He had a bunch of tangos, and he did get his bottle out finally. He got it later, but I think he bought some other items first. Of course, Shadow Fiend's going to pick up a haste now.
Well, at the very least, not a double damage.
Yeah, that would be scary. Now, this Luna is sitting on 1,500 gold. Does she just go for a Midas? Yep, she just bought the Midas recipe.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. If you can get a Midas at 5 minutes, why not get a Midas at 5 minutes?
Of course, the Lifestealer actually didn't pick up the Midas recipe. He went ahead and spent his money on the phase boots. So it's not going to be like a Midas versus Midas game. They're going to have to really punish Luna for getting that Midas if they don't want to fall behind. Because Luna is definitely the much stronger late game carry than Lifestealer is. Like, once she gets all of her items up, she'll just kill the entire other team.
Yeah, though it does synergize in the idea that they're going to want to be pushing towers with the Death Prophet. Every time the ult's up, take another tower. So having a carry that's ready to fight during those times could prove beneficial. We'll see how it ends up playing out.
For sure. I mean, they're going to be looking for a much earlier window to end this game, I think, than Dumb Luck are. Dumb Luck's looking to take this late.
Yeah, Death just picked up a nice stack of the hard camp as well, so that's going to help accelerate him up forward. He's on 27 souls right now, and you see 112 damage on him for right clicks.
Yeah, he made up for his slow start, and I mean, that's just the power of Shadow Fiend. Like, you get a few stacks, and you'll get your souls, you'll get the money that you needed.
Getting low and forced back. No bottle charges.
And that is why Death Prophet, I feel, is actually a pretty strong mid this patch.
Going the wrong way, though. Doesn't have the vision.
No, and of course Dumb Luck did. Naga's just going to walk down there and take the regen rune.
Regeneration.
Oh, and there's the first Midas use for Luna.
Yeah, Death having to walk all the way back to base, though. They're not going to be bottle crowing. They have 2 couriers, though.
Oh, they have 2 couriers?
They do.
Huh.
And they're the same style, so is that from the same person? It is. So the same person bought them, so this is some kind of strategy they're running. I haven't noticed them running both couriers, though.
I'm going to guess they bought it specifically for bottle crowing, and then Death
bottle
decided
crow.
not to do it.
Yeah, that's a bit odd. That's normally, if you're double courier, I would assume, like, constant bottle crowing, but not happening.
It's not the case here. We've been looking at the carries a lot, but we need to start looking at these supports. See, their movements around the map are really important right now. But they're just sort of sitting there sapping experience in the neutrals. Okay.
Yeah, there have been some attempts and just haven't found any results with them. So far, Dumb Luck, though, because they're not moving around the map, they've been able to earn more experience. However, as you said, they're sapping some of it from the carries as well. So we've got the Ragbunder on the Lifestealer level 7, the Luna's sitting at just barely level 6, so almost a level actually an entire level and a half behind the Lifestealer right now. But that does give Rubik level 5 compared to the level 3 supports on the cuties.
Well, luckily she can just start using her Midas for the experience, so she'll catch up. But she's not using the Midas and it's off cooldown. Okay.
It's okay if they're running to a hard camp to get the big creep. Yeah, that's the one time it's okay that your Midas is on cooldown.
That's right.
Just for a few seconds, though.
Moon's blessings.
Makes me wonder if you've been watching my cast, because I'm on. It's like, Midas is on cooldown, off cooldown. Come on, use it.
No. If I notice that, I get really irked. But the Shadow Fiend did just go ahead and pick up the Ogre Club. It's an Ogre Axe now, or something. Yeah, it's still Ogre Club, because they don't care about blades. They just want to hit you with it. So he's probably going to be rushing a BKB.
Oh, no, I missed it. Alas! See the first blood going to the Luna.
I'm going to tell you what happened. I didn't see it, but I guarantee you it was just a lift into a net, into a lucid beam. Oh, and the eclipse was used, so that Elder Titan died fast.
Yeah, the supports are here alone. This is kind of ballsy out of the cutie supports. And now, here comes Chikabo. And they're going to sandwich them. Oh, don't go... Yep, go around the bottom. Going to lock them in. The stomp does not hit. But there goes the ult through. Gonna hit on Confector, who's low. Now the Luna trapped. Blind Wrath, nowhere to go. It body blocked completely in. Some nice positioning there, and they get 2 in return. And looks like they should be pushing that bottom tower or not. Just gonna head back to mid.
That was some surround on that poor Luna. She had nowhere to run. Blind Wrath just, you know, he has to just take his fate, take the cards he's dealt in life, and die.
Yeah, I've seen that locked in from, on a choke, up by the Radiant Secret Shop or by Illusions. I've never seen a 3-man body block just complete surround into a location.
It was very nice. She did spin, like Luna spent all of her gold before she died.
Stealing the Illusion Rune from the Shadow Fiend with the Nightmare. Very nice. And an Enfeeble to boot.
Here's an Enfeeble for your troubles.
Yeah.
Of course, it is still just a rank 1 Enfeeble. He's going to max the Brain Sap first. There's no reason to not max it first. It's a lot of pure damage nuke.
Yeah. You're kind of useless if you're not going for the Brain Sap first. Not as nearly as threatening. Now we've got an aggressive tri-lane coming out.
Just got that map movement going on. Lifestealer has already picked up his drum, so the race car build. Here we go. Actually taking quite a bit of damage against this Windrunner up here.
Yeah, been given quite a bit of room. And with the phase boots, those right clicks start to hurt. Moving in, but can just Windrun away. Actually gets the shackle off. Will they get the kill? Infest going to try and turn this around, and there's the Windrun away.
Very scary, but
that actually kind of hurts to use the Infest there. He didn't get nearly as much regen as he'd like.
No, and he didn't kill like a big creep with it or anything like that either. Asleep bottom.
Yeah, that was the TP of the Windrunner. They're bringing everybody in for this one. Has Unstable Concoction stolen. Down goes the Elder Titan immediately. Alchemist as well. Twisted Mumbler and Ram Account. No way out of that one. And there's the difference in the support levels. Level 4 on Bane. And that's level 4 on Alk. We got level 6 on both the opposing supports, and it's paying dividends.
Supports win games, man. I mean, that stolen concoction just absolutely killed Elder Titan.
Yeah, quite a lot of damage, and it was just gone in a second. Maybe it was bottled up on Chikabo. We'll see if we'll be able to get anything done with that. Always fun when you can throw out your Exorcism and then go invis.
That is very nice. But what do you think we'll be seeing Chikobo pick up first here? I mean, he's sitting on like a null talisman. I don't think he's going to go for a Veil.
We'll see if I'm wondering if he's going to get a second set of drums. He has the bracer already. Going the phase boots, that tends to make me think he's going to go for a movement speed. Normally with Death Prophet, you either go pure tank, in which case you're trying to rush a Bloodstone, or you're going for movement speed, in which case you're going like phase drums, Yules.
I always enjoy seeing the Death Prophets get the Yules at like 14 minutes. If with phase boots, you move too fast.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of more Yule Scepters. And that's a finish mech there for Antism. That's coming out on the Courier.
But is he going to get ganked?
One downside of Death Prophet, no disable, just the silence. Doesn't get off the silence, though, before the Windrun, but it shouldn't matter, even throws out the ult. And that's another hero exploding.
Yeah, and that's a tower, too.
They're going to push in and do damage to the tier 2, I expect, with Exorcism being... nope. Getting me wrong every time on these pushes.
They can't push fast enough. The ulti just doesn't last long enough.
Well, it was just popped like right at the tower, so there was quite a lot of time left on it. But maybe a little too risky to move up that far, as Ragbinder then immediately goes up that far.
Oh, that's gonna get a haste rune.
Yeah. Just picked it up, pings out the Lifestealer, so he wants to go in. Infest is up, needs to get back to a position where he can actually use it. Haste is activated. Death trying to charge out, doesn't find anyone, just gonna head back and get some more farm.
Ragbinder picked up a Sanj. Is that for a Heaven's Halberd or is that for a Sanj and Yasha?
That would be for a Sanj and Yasha in all likelihood. Not too uncommon on a Lifestealer. Again with the movement speed build. As we're down bottom, a lift and Lucid Beam. Too much. The ult comes out from Malok. Gets the sleep off on Confector. Last right click. He does get a return kill, but he's going to go down as well. Tries to TP out, way too much damage for that.
I don't know. He could pick up a Heaven's Halberd, though. Heaven's Halberd would really help. Just use it on either Luna or Shadow Fiend. But with both of those heroes being around, I mean, they're running a dual core. Like, there's going to be a lot of physical damage coming out of this Dumb Luck team.
Yeah, he could. I just think it's... I've never seen Heaven's Halberd on a carry Lifestealer. One carry Lifestealer. I have seen Sanj and Yasha several times, so I think that's the most likely, but as you said, you could do either. Plus, just because evasion stacks now, even though it doesn't affect Lifestealer in this case, it's become more popular. People seem to really like evasion. Like, hey, this is cool. I take less damage.
The BKB is finished on Shadow Fiend now, as soon as he sends the recipe out. That's a huge, huge important item. Of course, they have this Helm of the Dominator on Luna and a Hellbear at the Ancients. And the Hellbear is just hanging out. He's not stacking. He's not doing anything. He's just hanging out.
We got to share that control. Rubik grabbed himself a Crypt Swarm, so level 4 there. Can't go wrong with that. There's the BKB picked up. To get that recipe out to himself. And there's a Void. Drums are done on Chikobo. Got a Void Stone. We're seeing phase drums, Yules.
He's going to be moving at max movement speed, like at all times.
Yeah, I think with the if he had
with Yules,
the
if
boots
you
of travels,
phase,
he'd be moving at like 512.
I'm pretty sure with Yules, like even without drums, if you phase, you still move like at max movement speed. If not, it's very close. It's like being hasted.
Yeah, the phase active is a percentage boost. Well, actually, I guess that's the same. Yeah, with the active, it's pretty close.
You know, this Bane is still not level 6, and that's really hurting them. They need his Fiend's Grip, but he's going to get it now.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why he's in the jungle. One more creep. There you go. In mid, we've got 3 sitting for the Radiant. Doesn't look like they really want to force the issue, or maybe they do. Back up, smoke the support's going to try and move around and find someone. Bane waiting up top, good position, breaks the smoke, but actually walked down at the wrong time. Going to try and move in. In comes the Rubik. Riptide, and no saving him. A TP in, too late, just down too fast. Double damage activated out of mana, though only 1 bottle charge left. 7 charges on the wand. Speaking of charging, in comes the Unstable Concoction, throws it off, gets a stun on 2, but goes down so low, so quickly, 35 HP. Ult out of Rand McCown, but the BKB has popped. The net and the ult, oh, Sanity's Requiem doing work, brings down Chikobo on the sidelines for 40 seconds now.
that was a huge Shadow Fiend ulti. What was even holding Chikobo still there?
The ensnare out of Naga.
Ah, okay. I couldn't see it under Death. He's huge.
Yeah, that was actually maxed first, not Riptide, so that's 5 seconds of standing still. Shackle up on Twisted Mumbler, 2 right clicks should be enough. The raise misses.
Ooh.
Got a little fancy there. If he just walked forward and right clicked him, I think he could have done that and gotten him, but not quite able to do the damage. Sleep out, but not going to be able to follow that up with anything.
Luna just popped Eclipse bottom and did absolutely nothing to
And
Ragbinder.
will
He's gonna
actually go down.
yeah.
And they even got a deny on the tower. Insult to injury right there.
Yeah, pretty much traded a carry kill for a denied tower. That's not the best of trades. But he still doesn't have that Midas, so I mean, it's not going to be hard for him to catch up. He's going to have his BKB in about another 600 gold, so...
Yeah, Dumb Luck not going to complain too much about their position right now. Looking pretty good. One interesting thing to note out of My Heart Gary Can't Be This Cute is that the entire season, both playoffs and regular season, they have not split 1-1 with anybody. They went 5 wins, 3 losses, 0 ties during the season. So those are during the best of 2. So they went 2-0 or 0-2, and then they've gone 2-0 in every series in the playoffs.
Jacobo does just pop the ulti to kill this Roche, and I mean, they put the acid spray on there. He's going to die pretty fast.
Yeah, they're not in a position where they can contest Dumb Luck.
But I mean, they gave up a Death Prophet ulti for Roshan, pretty much. I mean, it has a pretty long cooldown.
Yeah, that's basically that would normally basically be a tower kill, but given that they're having such a hard time in fights, maybe that's the safer choice if they felt, no problem doing it that way.
No, I mean, you have the minor or the minus armor, so you might as well take advantage of it. You can kill Roche in a matter of seconds.
Stolen out. Once again, Crypt Swarm. Grabbed by Confector. Can't really go wrong stealing from the Death Prophet.
But the better choice is probably to steal from the Alchemist. But I guess you could just steal Acid Spray, and that's not something you want.
Oh, Song Initiation moving up. Once again, Chikobo out in no man's land, charging up a stun. His Twisted Mumbler out of range, but the Sanity's Requiem, nothing you can do. Ragbinder trying to go toe-to-toe with the Infest, backs up. The Stolen Concoction goes out on Malak. He just barely gets away. Dive in the tower now, gets the Lucent Beam. He goes down as well. 3-for-0 trade now, tier 1. Going to be grabbed by Dumb Luck, and once again, another fight pretty easily won.
They just lost that fight with an Aegis. He didn't even use his Aegis, actually. Ragbinder just limps away and still has his Aegis in his inventory. Couldn't even trade that for his team. Jeez, man. With 2 towers going down mid, do you start saying that this is kind of getting out of reach for the cuties? Like, they're getting really far behind.
It's really tough given not only the lineups that they chose in terms of when they peak, but also the item builds that they went. Everything focused around this early mid game.
And it's just not paying off for them.
Pushes out of the cuties, and they haven't gotten anything out of it. So now they have to play from behind with earlier game items. So if they don't make something happen soon and basically win a team fight the next time it comes around, yeah, it may just be too much.
They could always turtle for 40 minutes, and this support alchemist could, transition into a carry alchemist.
The one thing we can say is each time, with these really early BKBs, is that they use up charges, so they do get weaker over time. They've used 2 charges on Death. Actually has not used... Blind Wrath has not used his BKB yet, so full 10 seconds. Looks like it will get the tier 1 mid. Gets it. No attempt at a deny.
It's so hard to die against those spirits anyway.
Yeah. A lot of damage. Rapid fire.
Oh yeah. And they got the bottom tower while this is going on too.
Looks like it'll be a trade up top though in terms of those tier 1s top and bottom.
It was still a 2 tier 1s for 1 tier 1.
Yeah. The advantage going to the cuties on that one.
Yeah, the cuties are definitely gonna just love that trade, but they still have to worry about once they start defending these towers.
A lot of pings going out. This one from Chikobo. This could turn into a 3v2 fight, which is exactly what the cuties want. Fiend Script, no. Malak just got a little behind. Didn't have the vision. A Fiend's
and we
Grip
were-
was certain death on him.
Oh yes, but we were talking about it earlier. He does move at 521 movement speed with the Yule's drums and the phase active. One short of that max movement speed, but hey, that's pretty fast.
Yeah, and that's quite the boost when you add on all those items and do a percentage boost on the phase.
Indeed.
It's plus 60 movement speed out of that. Not bad.
Arcbinder's picked up his Hyperstone now. We're going to see probably an Assault Curios out of him. I don't really see him going for Mjolnir. I mean, if he was, he would have probably picked up the Maelstrom first.
Yeah, and can really, really need the additional armor.
I mean, they smoked up here. Dumb Luck is moving in with the smoke. The Luna and the Shadow Fiend are visible, but I mean, you see two carries walking into your jungle. If there was any kind of wards up, they're going to know that there's a smoke
Oh, wow,
around them.
Ragbinder. Wrong part of town gets lifted up. Fight not immediately going, but the shackle is there. No saving him. Take a long time to bring him down. Go turn and fight. Infest out. Doesn't get any damage out of it. The song goes out. That lets off a huge ulti out of random account. 2 going down. Could this be the team fight win that they need? Aegis comes back. 4 for 2 so far. Can they get all 5? They do. Full team wipe out of the cuties. They're not done yet.
Wow. That Naga sleep actually hurt them more than it helped them. He slept while the eclipse was going and actually saved the cuties from a lot of damage. A bit of a misplay from what's it? Sadeha. Bit of a misplay from him, but he immediately canceled it. But that was an ulti that could have been used to save some people later in the fight.
Yeah, and at the same time, that distraction also set up the Elder Titan ult, I feel, because everybody got hit by that. Normally you can see it coming pretty easily, but the Sun Song interrupting all their big combos, suddenly you're getting ravaged by that ult. They have overstayed their welcome, though. Shackle, Malak gonna pay for that.
Yeah, Malak gonna drop. They just overstayed a little bit too long. They need to back off now, and okay. I thought that courier died for a second. I was.
Uh-oh, Twisted Mumbler took the wrong direction, gets shackled. He'll be going down as well.
These supports just getting picked off. They really did just overstay their welcome. Waited for the heroes to respawn and TPN. But now back to that jungle fight, though. They went on the lifestealer. They had no other choice because the smoke had been revealed. They were in the position they were in. They either went on him or they just backed off.
Yeah, there was a little indecision there as well, though. They got the net and the lift, not chained quite as well as they may have wanted. But then you had Death just right-clicking away, and then the Luna and everybody else was sort of back and forth, wishy-washy, concerned about initiation. And that let them live long enough for everybody to catch up. So
Really did, and they got like what, a 4-person sleep with Elder Titan.
yeah,
It was a very good engagement on cuties, just from a bit of a misplay from Dumb Luck. Like they have to be very careful about who they actually manage to open on.
once again going into the jungle area, looking to push out the tier 2 top. Already haven't gotten mid. Diving now on Twisted Mumbler, going behind the scenes. Force staffs abound. Going through, able to dodge that one.
But meanwhile, in bottom lane, there's the Death Prophet ulti. Like, this is what you have to be scared of. The TPs. There's no TPs on Shadow Fiend. There is one on Luna.
Yeah, so far just the support's going back, and that will be enough as well. Now there's Blind Wrath. Actually get the net out on Chikobo. Lift it up. Her ult does bring down the Naga Siren. 521 movement speed. The Eclipse goes off, but see ya.
Yeah, bye. And when those spirits catch up, he's going to get healed back to full health.
Yep. Actually moving too fast for the spirits. Had to stop to let him catch up.
They just lost a T2 and half the health of their tier 3. Like, you have to be careful with Death Prophet. If you don't know where she is, she could just gank your tower. She doesn't have to gank building or heroes. She can just gank buildings.
And moving like a rocket across the map. Easy enough to do. Actually now going in for the Bloodstone. Has a soul booster, 3,000 gold, can finish it up.
We're just saving for the buyback.
Well, yeah. And hadn't gotten the chance to, and there's the Bloodstone.
Huh. Oh, and Roshan just respawned. What a scout.
Completely planned.
Yeah, pure skill right there.
Exorcism is up in 8 seconds. We'll see if he uses it once again. I think they have to. They just don't have the damage here. Oh, now Ragbonder's catching up.
Yeah, there's no way that Dumbluck can really get into position to contest this Roshan time.
Looks like they're going to try. The song is up. Got to worry about Grand Theft Aegis. Illusion scouted out. Will the song go in? Now
They do
using
go
the
ahead.
ult in preparation, knowing that this is coming, but the spirits are already out. Kills Roshan. Dire gets it. Ragbinder picks up the Aegis. Now they're going to fight. Antism going down immediately. Ult hits out on Confector. Now away goes Blind Wrath, running all directions. Behind the scenes, though, 2 kills picked up by Death. Now just going to back off. End up getting 3 for 1. They're able to catch up to Blind Wrath. Stayhod trying to get away, but no, the Yule Scepter. Cyclone out. Any help? Net trying to get away. Again, you've got that movement speed. Go try and catch up. Got to be careful. Down
There's
bottom.
no way.
Ragbinder going on Death. Chickabo has to turn around. Does get him. Solo kill on bottom on Death. That is a huge kill. And another team fight win. 17-15. Aegis is still up. They're just going to push down the tier 3s at this point. Not actually going to be able to get a Tower of Rax though without Exorcism.
I had to check buyback status really quick. It is up for everyone on the Radiant team, so they could buy back if they do want to push these towers. But that Naga sleep into that Roche pit, that was a horrible mistake. The Death Prophet ulti was up. They had to see it. You cannot initiate into a Death Prophet ulti. That's just not a good idea.
Yeah, and that was a very smart move by Chickabo. As soon as they got scouted out, activated that ult, knowing that the song could come in at any time, given that Roche was getting low, and getting that up also meant that they killed Roche during the sleep.
Yeah, and even if they did decide not to initiate because the ulti was spent, it's still a trade of an ulti for an Aegis. And that's still favorable.
Especially when they've been playing from a behind position, but check out the scoreboard. Now take you a 5,000 experience advantage are the Cuties. That's their first advantage this game other than a tiny blip pass of 0 a few minutes ago. And gold almost equal.
Just a few bad engages and it turns the game around completely. And really, what do they start looking to do here? They don't have to have Chocobo. Like in these fights, they can actually just have him split push and take a lane of Rax. Because if there's an engagement on the other side of the map, there's nothing they can do to stop that ulti. And it melts towers and Rax, even the T3 towers, in just a matter of seconds.
Speaking of which, we've got Song down bottom. We could see the ulti and going for tier 3 right now. Exorcism not being used, and they're actually backing off with the Song. That's actually Song down for 2 minutes now. Chickabo gonna have to back up. Pings go out. Oh, very greedy. Oh, that was not the right way to go. Eclipse being used. Shackle. Pretty tanky, but not that tanky. Went the wrong direction. And they're going to want to back up. They're not going to want to fight right now.
No, but of course, with that Bloodstone, he's only dead for 20 seconds. He had 11 charges. So he's not too sad, but he did give away, what was it, 800 gold? Yeah, 746.
Yes, as well as losing Bloodstone charges.
I'm going to guess he didn't really expect the Naga Siren to be where she was for that net.
Shackle not going to latch no trees. In position. Stomp does land on the Naga. Not going to make anything of that, though.
Okay, so there's Boots of Travel and Phase Boots.
And
oh. He doesn't even have to phase to go at max movement speed.
No, yeah, stop using phase. Why are you pressing phase? You're already moving at 522.
Habit. It's pure habit.
Unnecessary APM right there.
He's padding those APM meters. It's like we're actually in Korea.
Hey, you gotta spam those boxes, man. Spam them.
I can understand why he didn't sell the phase boots, though. I mean, it's you still have the active to phase through units. That's a pretty big part of the item. Plus, he still has the damage from them. So, but man, 522 all the time. This death profit.
Perma Haste-Rune. Gonna show Bloodseeker who's boss. Sure you can go past 522 sometimes, but I can go max speed all the time.
Don't get me started on Bloodseeker. The fastest I've got him to go is 980 in an actual game.
I actually haven't played him in the new patch.
He's fun. But there's a mech up on Bane finally. They haven't had a mech for the first 35 minutes of the game. It's not a huge item at 35 minutes in, but it's still additional HP and armor for his entire team.
Yeah, and whenever there's another unexpected burst of heal, it can throw you off as well. You calculate out, okay, he can take this much, and then suddenly, that didn't kill him. Anything like that's always going to be a help. Basher coming in for Ragbinder.
So I would just like to point out Elder Titan's build. I hadn't really looked at it yet. He's got a Chrysalis and a Shadow Blade.
Wow, I hadn't seen that either.
He's he's just looking to get a lot of damage from those spirits and just like walk up and chunk someone.
Well, he wants to be in close for natural order to apply, so
Hey, why not?
that's
I guess
one way to do it.
He's got the blade now, so they
Ragbinder
can't really...
diving in. He's walking straight up past tier 3.
His Aegis did just get reclaimed. He needs to be a little bit careful now. Let's see when Roche is going to respawn. I guess we won't know for another 2 minutes anyway.
Get to read the clock, the much debated clock.
Have you figured out how to read it yet? I watched a video on
I
how
think
to.
so.
I'm still confused, but I think I get it.
Yeah, if there's 2 halves, there's 2 minutes to wait. If there's 3 thirds, there's 3 minutes to wait. Each segment representing a minute. And then there's a red spot indicating where in that 2 or 3 minute span that Roshan will respawn.
You know,
So
that's
much
all
more
good in
clear
theory.
than, a number. As we
Oh,
have a
obviously.
song initiation here on RAM account 9321. They're leaving him to die. Twisted Mumbler.
They don't have any dust.
Oh, that'll blaze away. No dust. See ya. One way to do it. Pings go out on Chikobo now, who's moving at 522 movement speed. So as long as you don't walk into a net, you're fine, Chikobo. 3,800 gold sitting on him.
They only have the Windrunner up here in top lane, and even the Windrunner's going to have to move down, and Jacobo just immediately sees it.
Net on Ragbinder, but the sleep going to hold back death as well as
Look at top
Blind
tower.
Wrath.
It's almost dead already.
Yeah, Exorcism doing work. The
And now they're
Yule's
just-
up! Yule's up on death to hold him back as they get the tier 3. And Snare does go out. Stun hits on both Death and Blind Wrath. Another Crypt Swarm, and they're going to get out
And
of
now
there
bottom
fine.
tower.
Now split push down bottom. Not going to get the either melee racks. Try and push back in top. Gonna make a job tricky. Keep an eye on both sides of the map.
I would really like it if Jacobo would sell these phase boot. Oh no, he did sell the bottle. Please get a Necro book. Please.
Oh, that would be nice.
I mean, he's not going to wait for the courier. That's what plebs do. He's just going to walk back to base with max movement speed to get his items.
Or Desolator. Get that minus armor continuing to go.
Actually, that would be a good choice too. It's just that much more damage
I'm
for
not
his
sure how
exorcism.
much a Necro 3 is. It's 2,700.
5,400, I want to say. Somewhere around there. 53, 50.
2,700 plus 25, so 5,200. So can now afford a full Necro 3.
Oh, that was close.
Kings go out. Roshan is up.
And there's the haste rune. He's just going to pick it up. No?
Random account 9321, not in position to fight that, does pick up the haste rune. Actually has his bottle again. I'm not sure where did that go. I don't, whatever.
Maybe he just bottle crowed. I don't know. I thought he sold it.
Bottle crowed at 39 minutes into the game with a bloodstone. I don't know, maybe handed it off to someone to use.
So yeah, this is... Oh.
As you force somebody back, and then they're going to go into Roche now that they've got the TP. Random account, I would have expected a Shadow Blade or a TP, not waiting to be spotted. I'm going to try and juke away. And now they go in for Roche. Already down at half health. Acid Spray going to help out
have
even
to spin
more.
the Exorcism for this one.
Ragbinder has both Assault Cuirass and Abyssal Blade now. Check. Cheese. Guys, cheese. That is picked up by Malok, the Bane with the cheese.
Oh, Radiant's Courier. Oh, random account caught the Courier.
Yeah,
It was on the way to the secret shop, wasn't it?
I
How do you
didn't catch
select
that one.
couriers?
You can press the courier hotkey once you select someone on that team, and then click on the portrait to tell you where they died. That was
It
just
died on the way
outside
there.
their tier 3.
Yeah. Did it have anything on it?
Oh wow, there's an Eagle song on that for the Shadow Fiend.
That's pretty huge. Bottom, they're going to try to go on them.
Exorcism is up. Not fighting yet, just backing up. Mr. Mumbler does get hit with the Lucent Beam and will be shackled. Power shot, and they're just leaving. Saying, you know what? Nah. Smoke used there by Confector. Which immediately broke, so they knew somebody was still there, but they didn't find the Bane at the same time. Split push. Exorcism gets the mid tier 3, trying to get the mid melee racks.
Tier
Not
3
split
racks.
pushing top. So
Oh, no.
Siren used, but no, that's just going to continue hitting the tier. Yes, tier 3 racks, melee racks.
Oh, there's
Ragbinder
Yules.
brings down the
There's
Rubik
Yules.
immediately. 2 down so far. Chickabo goes down. Now Ragbinder nowhere to go. Ult coming out of random account. Not enough. Gets the right click there on Death. Back comes with the Aegis. Feeds grip out on the Luna. Antism brought down. Now going to get the melee racks. Pins go out on the low health. Random account 93-21.
So that was a 5-person buyback.
Buyback. If they lose another fight, that as of
That's
6.79,
game.
they
If
add,
lose another fight, that's game.
what's the exact? It's a certain percentage. I forget the
It's
exact.
20. It's like a fourth of the time that you would have spent dead is added onto it, and they can't even farm right now. They just bought back for nothing. They did stop the racks going down, but now the cuties have just backed off. They just 5-man buyback, spent all of their gold.
The gold swing here is going to be immense.
It's going to be huge, and really, if they die again, that is game.
I'm going to calculate this out. 1334 for Shadow Fiend buyback. 988 for Rubik. 1336 for Luna. 1074 for Windrunner, and then 1032 on Naga. So about 2000 between the supports. About 2700 between the carries. And then 1,000 on Windrunner. So that's almost a 6,000 gold expenditure on that one series of buybacks.
Just look at the gold graph. It tells the story.
Yeah, there it is. 10,000 gold advantage, 12,000 experience advantage. Don't we look the fools? Just 20 minutes ago, we're saying this is going to be tough. Well, there's the reason why they're in the finals. They can deal with tough.
I'm not going to say that it was Cutie's great play that even got them to this point. I mean, they did play great. It's more the mistakes that Dumb Luck made. Just a few bad choices with Naga sleeps have really been the centric mistakes made. They'll use it to engage when they don't need to, and it puts them in a really bad position, or even to save the Cuties from some amount of damage.
Oh, wow. Speaking of which, that Sanjin Yasha, it's been disassembled and built into a halberd.
Hey, I told you, man.
There we go. We're both right. The way it should be.
that's just, the strength of building a Sanjin Yasha. Just being able to disassemble it and turn it into other items. If you really wanted to, you could disassemble it, and he can turn that Yasha into a Manta style if he wanted to now.
Yeah, though in all likelihood, not going to go that route. Probably
Yeah,
gonna
I
sell
highly
that
doubt
once
it.
he gets his next big item.
He might just sell it now. No, he sold his drums instead. Gonna get a Demon Edge. Probably... No, you're not gonna go Rapier. Don't do that to me, Ragbinder.
No, Monkey King Bar, again, there was a butterfly being built and is done on the Shadow Fiend. So
Well. And no MKBs on the other team. That's where that Halberd comes in. They're not gonna be able to hit him very well.
another song initiation. Everybody here, though. Explodes all over Malok, who doesn't die. Ragbinder going to work on death, even with the butterfly goes down. Twisted Mumbler dies from the death explosion. Man fight between Blind Wrath and Ragbinder. Ragbinder winning once again, and Exorcism doing work. Yules himself will survive. Has a heart, will heal up quickly. Crypt Swarm, that's the full 5-team
Look
wipe.
at how
that
long
should
they're
be
dead.
the game.
That is game.
Ultra
Chocobo is
kill
going
for
to take it.
Chicobo.
There you go.
GG called.
The courier died.
My hard carry can't be this cute. One win away from the Reddit Dota 2 League Season 2 Championship. They have not lost a game the entire playoffs, looking for a clean sweep. What a way to start it. So that's our game one. This is best of 3. We'll be right back with game 2. Just a moment.
Got him. Channel 1.